This reaction is brought to you by my $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHaitz. I'd like to thank Manchester Pictures, AT&T, Steve Aldersley, Anthony Coleman, Kurt David, Mason Frost, Matthew McLaughlin, Andreas Glaisel, and Biff C for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel, encouraging all of this nonsense to continue forward unabated. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy. My hair's a mess, but I don't care. I've needed it cut for a while, but you know how it goes, right? Something? Hi. Welcome to video number a lot. So, we just finished electronic, I believe, right? We finished electronic. We did a Pole album, which was Mezzanine. The follow-ups for everything that I've done recently should be up. And we are now moving forward into new but old territory. So yeah, some of the first reactions I did on this channel back in 2018, nearly 3 years ago, because I started like in September, October, November is when I started doing more and more reactions. And I did the first two Pavement albums, which I wasn't doing follow-ups back then. So just to kind of recap how I feel, I think I like Crooked Rain more. There's more songs on Crooked Rain that I like. But Slanted has some of my more favorite tracks on it. Let me just do a quick little recap here of the two different albums. Trigger Cut, sorry, I always missay that one. Trigger Cut's one of my favorites. In the Mouth of Desert. Zurich is Stained is one of my favorites. Here is really good as well. But then moving into Crooked Rain, tracks like Silence Kid, Elevate Me Later, Even Stop Breathing, Gold Sounds, Range Life, Fillmore Jive. There's a lot of great tracks on there that I dig. And so I've been eager to get to this one, which is Wowee Zowee, their third studio album, 1995, 1 year after Crooked Rain. 55 minutes, indie rock noise pop. Apparently it, what does it say? The album showcased a more experimental and spontaneous side of the group, returning them to the clatter and unpredictability of their early recordings after the more traditional rock sound of Crooked Rain. Yeah, Slanted is like definitely slanted, you know? It's very wild. And looking at the track listing here, it's a little intimidating. We have 18 tracks. A lot of them are just like 1 to 2 minutes long. A couple long ones. Half a Canyon is 6 minutes. We have a few 4 minutes, some 3 minutes, but a lot of them are quite short. So I didn't love the eccentricities of Slanted per se. They didn't hit me quite right. It kind of had this weird like punk ethos and also maybe like stoner rock ethos, but it didn't have that sound. It was definitely a more lo-fi alt-rock sound. So I was kind of torn on it, but it just didn't quite hit me. I didn't love it. So if that's present here, it might not hit me as well. Who knows? But we have something of a long album here, so I think we're just going to dive right in, guys. I have heard none of these tracks. Maybe Grounded. Grounded, that track sounds, the title sounds familiar, but I don't think I've heard it. So let's begin with We Dance. Ooh.
Castration fear.
I love this.
Check that expiration date, man. It's late to I won't be there to leave you.
I really like these single piano notes.
Maybe we could dance. Maybe we could dance.
I love it. Great. Like reminds me of Here a little bit, where it's just like this very simple song, almost has this ballad feel to it. But it has that alt rock, lo-fi kind of twinge, and Steven's lyrics are always very interesting. Yeah, it's right up my road, right up my street, right up my alley. I'm not good with words today. It's going to be one of those reactions. I guarantee it. I'm just going to be like, the music is very musicy. Yeah, I just the guitar and the simple piano, dig it. Cool. Rattled by The Rush.
That I could bend my twin from the rough we get far. Sleet City woman. Till serve combat, get out those hard hats and sing us some scat. Rattled by the rush, rattled by the rush,
Not bad. Definitely noisier. Does harken back to the Slanted stuff. Didn't love it though. It's probably like, if that was on Slanted, it would be like one of my middle favorite kind of tracks. You know, not a favorite, but like one that I'm like, oh, I'll listen to it. Let's keep going. Blackout.
Monday drive past. Got no one when you're talking. Thoughts like rattlesnakes will walk within cardboard line, dancing across the frigid air shaft. The rays and your thoughts they start to turn in. I need to know, where does it go? How do I get?
Not bad. You know, I feel like the short track lengths can work in my favor because oftentimes I run into songs, and I'm sure you guys know if you watch like every single reaction I do. I run into songs where I like the length doesn't justify the ideas that are in the song. It's just like, you know, maybe a interesting verse, an interesting chorus, but then that loops for like 6 minutes, and I'm like, it's just, you know, it depends on how interesting the ideas are. But usually, like shorter tracks, I sometimes wish were a little bit longer. Like, but that one was like, it did its job. It got in, it got out, and like I didn't mind it. So, and I think I appreciate Pavement in that way. They don't really overstay their welcome on their ideas, which is a very kind of like punk thing, right? The punk genre will often have very short songs that are just in, out, they're done. And I appreciate that to a degree. Brinx Job.
So funny, I got a story. We get the money, get the money. We got the money. We got the money. Funny how you I got a story. Yeah, put you down. We got the money.
So apparently, blah, 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 blah. Magazine review claimed Pavement were afraid of success. Stephen Malkmus refuted this, saying that while his judgment may have been clouded by excessive marijuana usage, the songs sounded like hits to him. And that's one where I'm just like, there you go. There you go. That's Pavement right there. All right, Grounded. Again, I may have heard this. I don't know. Let's see. I think I heard part of this, not the whole thing.
Doctors leaving for the holiday season. Got Chris older swollen daughter in a sauna playing
This sounds familiar.
World could knock you out. Sell the coins that percolate causes sterile gases and the bedside morale.
I think I had heard that before, but I wasn't paying close attention to it. It was probably just like going through related videos on YouTube. Good. I like it. Not a favorite, but it's not like Pavement they do so many different things in so many different songs. So tracks like We Dance and Here and Zurich is Stained, like that's the kind of thing that I dig. Whereas like this more like noisy, almost power chordy sounding kind of music, it's not bad at all. It's just not quite what I prefer, but I still enjoy it. Serpentine Pad.
Frequently called numbers, snoring when you slumber. Everyone knows you do. Do. I believe all men they lead other lives. Think it might be enough. Your serpentine pad.
There it is. Pavement can border on punk very closely without actually being punk. It's kind of remarkable. It's all in the attitude sometimes, but still very silly, It's even though they sound completely different, it's kind of like the Smiths sometimes, where it's like there's this punky angst, but it's also like tongue in cheek, Anyway, motion suggests.
I traced my family line. Someone let me be. I got the cotton threads, and a voice you might learn how it runs, but I need someone.
I dug that one. That's like the Zurich is Stained kind of off kilter Pavement that I like. Very interesting composition too. It's like where are these guys' heads at, especially Steven when they're writing these songs? In a cloud of smoke, father to a sister of thought. This is apparently like an alt country track. Range Life.
Device, I'll say it twice. I'm too much on the face in case you wanted to go.
Steel guitar. Does steel guitar automatically make a song country?
Calling the bluffs, talk my hooks, and open the books. Dirty black cars. I know I'm leaning in.
Not bad. I prefer something like Range Life a little bit more. I'm fond of this album so far. It sounds like a weird way to phrase it, but like I'm not necessarily loving it more right now than other Pavement albums or songs, but this isn't as abrasive or like experimental as I thought it might be. Which like I would argue that what would you call it? Slanted and Enchanted was like not experimental, but it definitely was like odd, very odd in its song structure. This is a little bit more straightforward in some ways than Slanted and Enchanted, which I appreciate. All right, Extradition.
The expedition had 50 guns, 40 rounds. Can you say what you need when you really need it? And the circle luxury is so toughen up, tough.
Ding. Fine. Kind of like, tracks like Brinx Job and Serpentine Pad. Just, quick little song. Nothing much to say about it. Best Friend's Arm. I actually kind of liked that one in a certain way. It's like it sounded like a noise rock track, but then like the guitar riff in there was very much like a pop riff. It was interesting. I dig it. Grave Architecture. I loved it. Second favorite behind We Dance, I think, actually. Didn't necessarily love all the noise parts, all the wild parts, but like the chromatic stuff in there, it's just like it's so well arranged. It's such like, in a way, it's simple music, but like just these ideas stacked on top of each other. Like when it happens like that, just it's so good. It's so good. Okay, let's keep going. AT&T.
Maybe someone's gonna save me. I can pull out all the things you never wanted. That's the way we do it in this rose town. I've got all the glory. Whenever you slip shot watching back, and skinny people don't
Torn on that one. It might grow on me, but it's like it was a little too unrestrained. Like usually, mainly in the vocals. But there were elements of it that I did dig actually. For a song called AT&T, 12 tracks into an album, it's better than I could have expected. Flux equals rad.
Child, don't you know? Wanna let you, I don't wanna let you, I don't wanna let you, I don't wanna let you, go. I'm not gonna let you go. Styles, they come and go. I'm not gonna let you, I'm not gonna let you.
I actually kind of like that, but I'll probably never listen to it again. It was fun. Fight This Generation.
Look up to people so tall to you. I can break luck. Look for
Cello.
splinters you might see where they go down. Sweet Yardley. Fight this generation. Fight this generation. Fight.
I like it. Cool phrasing, cool moments. Yeah, a lot of interesting songwriting choices in there. And the cello, that was actually pretty cool with like the kind of warbly lo-fi guitar. Kennel District. It's a Scott Canberg track. Sorry, Scott, but two states and Hit the Plane Down, two of my least favorite Pavement tracks. So let's see what you have. You have two tracks on this one, so let's see what you have to offer.
Four stars in the sky. Still forbidden. Why didn't I ask? Why didn't I ask? Why didn't I ask? Can't believe
To be fair, it is the best of the Canberg tracks that I've heard so far. I still don't like it a whole lot, though. It was okay. It was just, like I have said before, like too few ideas, not long enough, or too long for how few ideas I had. It was very one note. So 3 tracks left, guys. We're almost there. Pueblo.
one trial down until like you wanna be broken of the land. When you hit sand,
I dug it. It wasn't fantastic, but I liked it. Reminded me of what was it? Grave Architecture a tiny bit, a tiny bit. Didn't like it as much though. Half a Canyon, 6 minutes. Whoa. It was good. I'll have to sit on that one for a while to know how I fully feel, but it was very impressive. Didn't feel longer than it needed to be. It was, a very long-winded song, but there's a lot of ideas in there, right? It wasn't a 6-minute loop of 2 ideas. Cool. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't leave a bad taste in my mouth. Western Homes, last Canberg track on here, and the last track of the album. Let's go. And there it is. So I will say these last 2 Canberg tracks better than the other 2 on the other albums. I'll say that, but still not favorites. Wowee Zowee. Wowee Zowee. Great album. I dig it. Is it my favorite Pavement album? I don't know, but it's up there. Tracks I really liked was, We Dance, Grave Architecture. Those are probably 2 highlights for me. I did enjoy, I think it was Blackout. Grounded was okay. Motion Suggest was cool. AT&T was fine. Fight This Generation was interesting. Pueblo was fine. Half a Canyon was cool. Only a handful that I just didn't really dig on this thing. Everything was like mediocre to good or great. Yeah, solid stuff. I'm really excited to keep trucking forward with the next 2 albums now. I've been waiting to get to this one for quite a while. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will do a follow-up to this at some point in the future. So subscribe and check out that playlist or whatever if you want to see that happening. Things to plug, patreon.com/AlexHeitz. $1 a month is all you need to be able to vote in polls. Every 3 to 5 albums I do, I will do a poll album where either my Discord picks 4 albums or I pick 4 albums, and then the patrons get to vote on which one I listen to. $1 a month is all you need to be able to do that, so head on over there if you'd like to support the channel. Appreciate it. And the Discord, of course. Got a healthy amount of people over there now. Let me see how many members we're up to. A lot of fun stuff over there, music discussion, music recommendations. Pretty much any topic of conversation has a channel on this thing. And we are currently up to 123 members, which is kind of bizarre and crazy to me. People seem to really enjoy the Discord, and some even said it helped them get through 2020, which I'm like, cool. I don't know. I'm not going to take any credit for that. I think it's just it's a cool community of people. Sadly, I've been too busy to be on there to talk a bunch. But head on over there if you'd like to check that out. And link in the description, by the way. And that is all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, which will be Brighten the Corners 2 years later. Eager to see what that one will be like. So anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. I will see you in the next video. Godspeed.